Hi, welcome to Noqtelle. We're going to do a meditation that is great for when you find yourself trying too hard in life. When your attempts at self-improvement start to feel like judgment in disguise. Sometimes in our quest to be self-disciplined and to improve ourselves, we can actually create unnecessary harshness. This meditation will help you to release any perfectionism you might be carrying. Let's start by getting comfortable in a seated position or lying down. Wiggle your body until you find a position that feels good to you. Close your eyes and just be here right now. There's nothing for you to do. There's nothing for you to solve. There's nothing for you to think about. Honor this space as yours. This is your space and you chose to be here. Take a deep breath. Breathe in and breathe out. Again, breathe in and breathe out. One more, and this time hold at the top. Breathe in, hold, and breathe out. Good. Let your muscles relax. Let your jaw relax, your brow relax. Let your shoulders drop. Let your belly release. Let your hips sink deeper into the support underneath you. Let your legs get heavy. There's nothing wrong with wanting to be better. There's nothing wrong with having self-awareness to understand how we can improve ourselves and improve our lives. But sometimes we can take things a little bit too hard. But sometimes we take things a little too far. On the outside, it might seem like a good thing. But when our need to be better is driven by feeling not good enough, we tend to try to do more to compensate for that feeling of inadequacy. The truth is that you are fine exactly as you are right now. And yes, there might be things that you want to change. There might be things that you want to improve about yourself. And that's valid. Our striving is not the problem, but there is a difference between running towards something you want to achieve and running away from your current state. One is powerful, decisive. The other is judgmental and critical. Keep breathing. What if you don't need fixing? What if you don't need to be anything other than what you are right now? What if you're not a problem to solve? Let each breath remind you that you are enough. Let your jaw soften. Let your shoulders drop. Let your belly expand. Unclench the body. Unhook from that feeling of not being enough, and that feeling that you need to be more, do better, push harder. You are the only you that there is. And if you think about it, you are succeeding at being exactly who you are. No one else can do that. Only you can. You are the best at being you. There may be things that you wish to change about your life, about your circumstances, about you, and that is all perfectly okay. But there will always be more to do in life. You think that when you get there, it'll all be fine and everything will be good and you'll finally be able to relax. But once you get there, there'll be a new there for you to get to. So for now, can you just let yourself be? Even if it's just for these few minutes that we have together, can you just let yourself and everything in your life simply be? No need to fix, no need to solve, no need to sort or improve. What if it was all okay? What if you were okay? What if that dialogue in your head that is telling you that what you're doing isn't enough, or what you need to do or should do or want to do, and that running tally and that tracker that you have in your mind that continually marks whether you're living up to your own potential or not, what if all of that just got quiet? How would you feel if you didn't have to constantly thrive and strive and push and force and hustle? What if everything was exactly as it needed to be and you felt good about that? What emotions would be rippling through you? You would feel happy. You would feel relieved, relaxed, proud. Feel that right now. Maybe you don't need to be more productive. Maybe you don't need to be more efficient. Maybe you don't need to do more. Maybe all that trying is kicking up dirt, making it hard for you to see the path forward, and also hard to see how far you've come. When you're walking through life in a dust cloud of all the things you should be doing, it's hard to tell exactly where you are. It's hard to give yourself praise for how far you've come when you can't see it, or how close you are to that thing that you want. Maybe all you need to do is just breathe. Breathe in and breathe out. I want you to think about 3 things that you like about yourself. Anything that comes to mind, no matter how small or insignificant. Think about 3 things that you genuinely like about yourself. Is this easy to think about? Are you finding it hard to find 3 things? Every night before you go to bed, I want you to think of 3 things that you like about yourself. I want you to think about the day that you had, and I want you to give yourself 3 compliments. Not 3, I should have done this, or I wish I had done that, or I shouldn't have done this in this order. No, 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 no. I want you to think of 3 things you like about yourself and compliment yourself. What did you get right today? These don't have to be groundbreaking. Maybe you held the door open for somebody. Maybe you made somebody smile. Maybe you wore a really nice outfit. Maybe you smelled good. Maybe you gave a presentation and it went really well. Doesn't matter. What matters is that you get into the habit of doing this every night. Replace your internal to-do list with kindness instead of more work. You are worthy right now without having anything to change. You're worthy because you exist. Maybe you have dreams and goals and things that you want to achieve. Maybe there are things about your life that you don't like. Maybe there are things about yourself that you don't like. Still, there is nothing inherently wrong with your life right now. Instead of noticing all the things you need to improve, notice what you're doing well, and those things will start to multiply. When we take the time to notice things that we're doing well, we feel better. And when we feel better, we're more capable of noticing even more things. Things that you might not be aware of right now that you're doing extremely well. You simply just can't see. We heal with love. We heal with rest, with joy, not with self-hatred, not with self-criticism, with constant work and rigidity. The paradox is that nothing can change unless you learn how to accept it. Now, acceptance doesn't mean that you're giving up. It also doesn't mean resigning yourself to how things are. Acceptance means that you honor yourself enough to be nice to yourself, to love yourself. I want you to imagine that you are wrapped up in a loving energy. You can imagine this as a soft pink light or a soft golden light. I want you to feel snugly wrapped up like you're in this blanket of peace, this blanket of self-love and self-reverence. Let those feelings of love wash over you. If you can't find any love for yourself right now, that's okay. In that case, I want you to think of someone or something that you love. And let that love flow through you. Let yourself think of how much you love this person, this animal, this thing. Let that feeling grow. Stay with it. Let yourself become a channel for love. We can accomplish so much more when we learn to love ourselves. Life becomes easier, more pleasurable, more enjoyable when you learn to soften that inner critic inside. Chances are it's not even yours to begin with. So let's tune into that feeling of love. Let's let that blanket just wrap us up in that delicious, warm feeling that starts in your chest and spreads all over your entire body. Revel in this feeling. Swim in it. Bask in it. Let your face soften in this feeling of love. Maybe even crack a little smile. What if you loved yourself a little more? What would that feel like? What positive ripple effects could a sensation like love have throughout your life? If you got off the hamster wheel of not enough, not enough, not enough, need to do more, need to do more, need to do more. If you got off that hamster wheel, would the world fall apart? Probably not. So staying on that hamster wheel is effectively your choice. You don't have to be on there. You can accomplish just as much through love, through joy, through excitement. Makes things a whole lot more fun too. Let's continue to breathe in and out. Anytime you need a break, you can come back to this meditation. This is for you. Let's take a deep breath in and out. Breathe in and breathe out. Let yourself off the hook. Let yourself be. Remember to think about 3 things that you like about yourself and give yourself 3 compliments each night before you go to bed. Let's start to bring our awareness back to our bodies, back to the space you find yourself in. Wiggle your toes, gently start to move. Feeling relaxed and relieved as we settle in now with a renewed sense of self-love. Maybe even liking ourselves just a little bit more. Being a little kinder, a little nicer. Remember that you are important. Remember that you matter. And things that are important and things that matter, we treat with respect. And when you're ready, come home to yourself.